My name is Danielle Cillien-Sabatier. I'm the general manager of a bookshop called Galignani. So you are here at Galignani's place. Our bookshop is here since 1851, so it's quite a while. This house was as well kind of a club where English people in Paris would meet and gather and also come to read, because we had a reading cabinet, and we were publishing a newspaper called Galignani's Messenger. Thackeray would sign in it. We were publishing books also, and we were selling them. Today we're just selling the books. That's the activity of the house, and it's still a very international place where people love to come when they are in Paris, if they are foreigners, and the Parisians are very faithful to our place, sometimes over generations, because it happens that I meet people who tell me that they came here for the first time with their grandparents and they now come with their grandchildren, so it's very nice to be here and to feel to be part of a history. We do our job with a lot of passion. Actually, we have like 3 bookshops in one bookshop, because we have 3 departments. One is fine arts, one is the historical part of the shop, which is the English and American bookshop, and we have of course also a French bookshop. So the 3 activities are very different, and they really match nicely together, but it's this mélange that makes that the place is absolutely unique, because those who come here are always very surprised by the choice that we offer and that we present, because it's very different from what you can find in other places. And so I guess that our clientele appreciates that choice and that way of mixing the publications that we have. Maybe it's the Galignani touch. In French it's easier to say, because I say nous avons des clients du quartier et du monde entier. So it's, you know, around the corner and all over the world people come here. I'm often asked what is the definition of your clientele, and so if I have to sum it up, I would say that the link between all those people is that they have a sense of aestheticism, and they are fond of aestheticism, and I think that makes really the link between all of them. It's a European story, it's a global citizen before, a few centuries before, because yes, the family is originate from Italy, from northern Italy, from Venice and Padua, where there were printers, and one day the son of the family decided to travel, and so he first stopped in Paris in 1791. It was just after the revolution here, so it was quite agitated. So he went to London, he fell in love, he married an English girl who was the daughter of a publisher. She was called Parsons, Anne Parsons. So they got married, and in 1801 they came back to Paris. And they've established the first shop, the first Galignani was close to here, Rue Vivienne, and it was really in this area, the Place Vendôme was really the quarter of the English people in Paris. And so they had the first place who was a cabinet de lecture, a reading cabinet where English people would come, stop by, read, get some news from England, and also get nice addresses to eat, to nice hotels, nice places to go. And so there were a lot of guides who were published by Galignani at this occasion. I have a few here, Paris guides, who were published by Galignani at the time. And as I told you, there was a newspaper called the Galignani's Messenger that you have here, who was published for almost a century. And besides that, they were also publishing books. Once the books were issued in England, they would print them quickly in France and sell them. Anne Parson and Antonio Galignani had two sons, and the two sons kept on the business and created this place here. There were William and Anthony, and it was the family Jeancourt Galignani who started to own the place, and they are still the owners and they are still my shareholders, and it's the same family that owns this place. And so we are an independent bookshop belonging to a family. It's a story by itself, it's a real novel, and we could make a film about it. This family always had a very great vision of all that concerns printing and paper, because they had a reading cabinet, they had a newspaper, they were publishing guides, they were selling books. So it was a global approach of printing. And that's why, and I think you are going to be interested by this, that's why I say that even though now we are in a digital period and in a digital time, it's not a problem, because you always have to see further and invent and create what we will read tomorrow. And I'm sure that digital and paper are not only competitors, but are also very complementaire. I don't know how you say that in English, complementary? I really believe that. Because we also have a very personalized choice of books, a very special assortment of what we present. We believe in some books that we really support and that we really promote. So it's also a way of doing our job differently from maybe some others. And I think it's a very interesting period at this time, because people read and write much more than ever before, especially because there's the web, there's Facebook, there are the SMSs, there are all the ways of expressing, and it's positive, I would say.